Good morning. So I've been warning about something for quite some time, and I've been doing the best I can to point it out to you as it's been happening so you can see it happen in real time. And this, I've got an article here right now from yesterday that is the very reason that I have been warning about it. And this is something that we need to pay close attention to, and we have to really start using a lot of discernment with any and all information that we get at this point, because they are going to do everything they can to destroy the narrative. Let me take you on over the article here. The article's from the BBC. It's titled, "Why Some People Are Spreading False Rumors About the Texas Gunman." Now, here's the deal. Basically, this article is trying to demonize Tim Pool. Okay? That's largely, not just Tim. It includes Elon and several others as well. But largely, they are trying to kind of demonize Tim here. So, as I've pointed out many times, they have been, here in the recent, they have been doing everything they can to keep the suspect's name out of anybody's, minds until they have enough time to go through and do whatever they need to do. Whether it just be secure the accounts so that nobody else can see them, or maybe even manipulate accounts so that you see what they want you to. And you know what? This puts me in the same category that this article is talking about. I give no damn. I don't care. BBC and all of those involved, the truth is what we are after. And I damn well promise you the truth is what we'll get. I damn well promise you. God wins, not you. So to continue on, it pisses me off. It pisses me off. I'm not a fan of lies. I just am not. And when you completely control a situation and everyone around the situation so you can control the lies too, you need a dirt nap. Plain and simple. You need a dirt nap. Social media posts by the man who killed 8 people at a mall in Texas show he was deep into neo-Nazi and far-right imagery and propaganda. But some activists had tried to cast doubt on the authenticity of the posts. They're claiming, without evidence, that the material is somehow part of a psychological operation or that the social media account is fake. Seems like I've been warning about that for like a really long time now. It may seem fringe, but the doubts have spread to millions via Elon Musk and others with popular Twitter accounts. You see where they're going with this? 6 people, including children, were pronounced dead at the scene in the North Dallas suburbs on Saturday, while 2 died later in the hospital. The suspect, named by police as Mauricio Garcia, used an AR-15 style rifle and wore combat tactical gear during the shooting. Garcia, police say, wore a patch reading RWDS, short for Right Wing Death Squad, a phrase commonly referenced by hate groups. Hank Sibley, a regional director of the Texas Department of Public Safety, said in a press conference on Tuesday that the motivation for the shooting was still under investigation and that the victims appear to have been chosen at random. "We do know he had neo-Nazi ideation," he said. "We're trying to find out what he looked at online and trying to find any information we can." Mr. Sibley said investigators were continuing to examine Garcia's electronic devices and social media posts. Now, how do I know about this stuff? Is there any way I might have any kind of experience at all with this? You probably wouldn't think so. You probably wouldn't, but I do. Oh, I've got good experience with this. So in the United States of America, one of many rights that we are supposed to be afforded is our freedom of who we want to talk to. It's freedom of association is what it's normally called. But basically, we have the freedom, we're supposed to have the freedom to talk to anyone we want without there being repercussions. Interesting, right? But that's not so much the case anymore today. They absolutely target people depending on who they hang out with, who they talk to. My experience with this, I used to watch Alex Jones all the time. He did a great job. And then he kind of really started going off the deep end. Tim's now getting there too. Tim's starting to get on that edge of that too far. Well, when my ex pulled all of her stuff, and when she was trying to build whatever she could against me for seeing the children, one of the things that they had actually used, I've got the paperwork to prove it, was that I watched Alex Jones. It actually went further than that and said that I forced the kids to watch Alex Jones. Now, here's the thing with that, and I didn't force anything. I watched it setting up my computer. There was most of the time that if I was watching stuff like that, they weren't in there. They were in the living room, either watching cartoons, playing the Wii, or watching NCIS, which apparently is completely fine. I mean, if you watch TV shows where people are just killing a bunch of people, and all kinds of sex and all, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But it is abuse to let your children hear people talk about reality, about what's really going on in the world, without all the visual representation of the sex and the violence and all of that. Yeah, so I'm a little bit disconnected there on how I was the big bad guy because I watched Alex Jones. Don't we have freedom of association? I thought we had freedom of association. Apparently not. Apparently not. Like 10 years ago, folks. I know a little bit about this. And I'll reiterate, this is why I get frustrated. This is why I get frustrated with a lot of these prepper channels and stuff like that. Because, man, you don't try to learn how to fix a situation by people that have never even been remotely close to that situation. You feel me? That's like somebody who's never had a child trying to tell a parent how to raise theirs. You feel me? That's why I'm such an ass about these prepper channels and their bullshit nonsense and their clickbait titles. Their misleading conversations. I'm trying to bring some reality to you. This is reality. So, again, they're basically trying to demonize anyone, as they've been doing, anyone that goes against the official narrative. So, it's insane. It's really insane. So anyway, yeah, they're trying to demonize Tim. Somehow make him in one way or another, at least a part, responsible for what happened, which is just stupid. Look, I don't even watch much of Tim's stuff anymore. Once in a while I'll click on something, but it's kind of few and far between. I don't watch his live stuff anymore, and I love Tim Pool. He was awesome. He was one of my favorites. But he's not the same. He's changed. He's gleeful about violence. He's gleeful about the prospect of civil war. And you can hear it in his voice. And I'm not good with that. I'm not good with that. He has become extremist, without a doubt. But is he responsible for this? How could he be? How could he be? we better watch this stuff close, because what they are now doing is trying to go after journalism, trying to go after people that are trying to tell you the truth. It's happening right in front of our eyes. And while I feel Tim's direction went somewhere I'm not willing to go, he didn't bring this on. He didn't bring this on. You know what? I'm responsible for the things I do. You're responsible for the things that you do. And it's not about how we can do anything we can to put the blame on any and everybody that we can, so we can bring down as many people as we can just because we feel like we achieved something. Mind-blowing. Really, really mind-blowing. We have a society of people that need to get over themselves. Anyway, keep an eye out for this. Ramp up that discernment a whole lot. You're going to need it. Shalom.